The favorites are living up to the hype here on day 2 of the Rocket League World Championship. Gen G take out Limitless 3-0, and Oxygen take out the Gladiators 3-0. Only wins for the favorites so far. The underdog still looking for those first victories of the day. We're still hunting for Champions Field out here, folks. We've seen game 4, but yet to see a game 5. About, 1.2 days into the competition so far, Gibbs.
Yeah, we saw Gladiators, though, at least go 1 overtime versus Oxygen. That's a good sign, but they did only score 1 goal, so they're going to pick up the pieces. But those 0-2 teams will not play tomorrow. They will play in front of the crowd on Friday. So that'll be exciting that every team here will play in front of that crowd. So they'll have 1 day off to try and figure it out and get ready for maybe a gauntlet of a Friday, because they'll have to play the 0-2, the 1-2, and the 2-2. So they would have to win 3 series on that day.
Man, I wonder how the players feel about it, Bates. Like, did you want to have a whole day to like prepare? You put it that way, it sounds good, but also it's a whole day of just like sitting there and stressing and not getting able to go actually out and prove yourself. You've had 3 months to prepare. What's 1 more day at this point, right?
I mean, yeah, 1 more day is not gonna help you on the test. At that point, you either know it or you don't. So I think it's really exciting.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's all about the crowd. Yeah, you've seen players tweet about it before. Especially after the pandemic break, all they wanted to do was just play in front of the crowd, because the energy, it's special. It's special to be able to have that experience. And so, these teams 0-2 in the past with different formats, they never would have seen a crowd. Now they're going to have that opportunity.
All right, folks. Well, we got round 2 of the Swiss moving on here. 2 matches down. We got 6 more to go before we are done for the day. This is how things have gone so far. You can see those 2 3-0s down there for the 0-1 matches. We're going to complete the rest of these 0-1 matches before we get into our undefeated teams and cut them in half there. So 2 more matches to go here in the 0-1s, and we will again have these matches happen back-to-back. So we'll kind of give you a brief overview of how both of these are going to go before they kick off. OG Esports taking on Space Station will happen after our next match here. Thoughts about that one? A team kill here, James, as we see North America having to go up against themselves.
It's T-Bates keeps believing in OG. I don't know.
I'll give you the numbers.
Go for it.
Give me the numbers.
I'll give you the numbers.
Okay, give me the numbers.
They're 3-3, against each other this season.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also kind of shifting where they went 1-1 against each other. So in RLCS, they're 2-2 against one another. So this isn't just gonna be like a walkover, rinse, SSGW. OG versus SSG. They know each other well, and honestly, I really do think OG plays way better against North America than they do everybody else.
And let's not forget Space Station with LJ. He scored 0 goals so far in this tournament. He needs to pick it up to take down OG.
Okay, well, we've got a complete opposite sort of match here with South America taking on OCE will be our next match on the stage. Secret taking on the Pioneers, the number 2 seeds from each of those regions. So both these teams, similar stories here. They've got a lot to prove. They want to be their region's champion, and that this is the chance to prove that they are better than their counter-region counterparts.
Let's talk about the SAM number 2 seed, the most disrespected seed, I think, in RLCS history. No one ever talks about the SAM 2. They always perform. They always go at least 2-3. Team Secret, last time around in London, went 2-3. They battled against Gen G, lost 3-1. They took down the Chiefs, the OCE 2, 3-2. They lost to the Mates. They take down OG as well, 3-2, and then they lose to BDS. So they can play like up to about that 9th place spot, and they finally eclipse, make it back to a top 8. In prior history of RLCS, SAM 2s would make runs, James. So Team Secret was one of those teams that made a top 4 finish at, I believe, was it San Diego, I think it was?
Team Secret?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
Yeah, it was Rotterdam.
Okay, so it is possible for them to do it. They are the favorites in this match, I think, by a wide margin.
But the thing that I'm curious about is the offense side of the ball. Mata is so good, so mechanical, but we only saw 2 goals from Team Secret. They were shut out in all 3 of their losses against Vitality, didn't score a single goal. And we have seen a tendency for Team Secret to kind of turtle up, but this is a team I think Team Secret could really stretch out.
Well, on the other side of things, my favorite jerseys of the competition here with the bright gold. I think it might be actual gold. I don't know.
There's no shot.
It might be at this point. I don't know. The Pioneers, another team that I feel like we talk about, like, people not talking about the South America 2 seed. People don't talk about the OCE 2 seed ever, which this sits in the back of their mind and eats their skull.
Well, listen, they don't talk about them for a reason. They don't have to do much of anything. I'll tell you this. I keep saying it. OCE, it's your time to shine here at this land because y'all have the mechanics. You have the speed. Now you just have to put it all together. You should be able to compete against Sam 2 seed every single time. This Pioneer squad, they went up against Genomates, got swept. But let me tell you something. They only lost They lost 2 games by 1 goal.
Yeah, and they only scored 1 goal in the whole series.
Well, it's hard to put the ball. Well, you're playing Genomates. It's hard to put the ball in the back sometimes, James. You know what I'm saying? But you got.
I'm not arguing against that point, but I just think, and you know, this might be a situation where we'll see these 2 teams. You know, the team with the better defense and counterattack is going to win. I think that's Team Secret.
Okay.
Personally, I think especially when you've got Mata, who is so crazy, who can pull off those plays solo, but also KV1, who can pick apart the defense with the dribbles. Like he is so good on the ground. So, T-Bates, I'm not feeling too confident for Pioneers.
Listen, it's going to be a tough one for both of them. I know both these squads just warmed up. I was actually sitting behind the Pioneer squad while they were getting a little scrimming. I'm not going to say against who. They were looking pretty solid, the Pioneers were. But I heard Secret, they were scrimming as well, and they were screaming.
We got to talk about Amphis. So last year, probably the best player in OCE, but this year, not on the top team, and that top team obviously has dominated throughout. So Amphis, he can put up a top 5 goal at any moment. So he's going to have to put up a few, I think, throughout this match.
Chat, let us know who you think is going to win. Hashtag TS for Team Secret. Hashtag QTPG for the Quick Trip Pioneers. The players are getting ready to go. And we will make our picks up here on the desk as well.
Did the coin make its way to the desk?
The coin is
here. Did the coin do it yet?
The coin is here. The coin has not made its prediction yet. We'll save it for
Coin's
the
never
end.
gone first.
Why don't we make the coin go?
We can.
I mean,
if you really want to. I don't know if it really makes much of a difference here. But yes, we got the Pioneers on one side. We got Secret on the other. And we'll take it through the air, flip it to come on down. And it's going to go with the Pioneers on this one. It's picking the underdog. It's picked a few underdogs today so far. Yeah, coin going Pioneers. James,
I'm picking against the coin here.
He was waiting for the coin pick.
I just wanted to wait to see what the coin locked in. But I'm going Team Secret. I think their defense it's going to be airtight, and I think they will be able to score on counterattack much easier, especially with KV1 at the points.
Sam number 2 seed, Team Secret. Most disrespected team here, probably. I'm going Team Secret.
Okay.
Going Team Secret, 2 Team Secrets. I think the world expects me to go Secret, but I'm not. Give me the Pioneers. I like what they can bring to the table. I'm going with Oceana right here. I like the offense, and I think they could beat them in 5. I think we see Championsville.
I'm also going with Secret on this one. I'm more interested in your thoughts here. Quick, if you had to pick like one player who's popping off here for the Pioneers for you.
Give me Fiber.
Fiber?
Give me Fiber.
Okay.
There's a few points in last place. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That's disrespectful.
Coins got to be bold sometimes, James. Sometimes you got to be bold and be brave.
The Coin's actually been picking more favorites than not so far. We'll see how it goes. 83% of chat believes in Secret on this one. The clear underdogs here are the Pioneers, but Bates is rolling with them. Does it mean something, folks? We're about to find out. Let the players decide it out on the pitch. Sam on one side, OCE on the other. Both number 2s playing second fiddle, trying to get that first place spot here. They got to go through each other in the round of 2. Pioneers versus Secret to advance.
The Little Brothers of South America versus the Little Brothers of OCE. It's 0-1 though. But hey, this seems like a way more even matchup. Game 1 presented by Progressive.
Yeah, it's always a fascinating match, OCE versus SAM, the two newer, well, original newer regions, EU and NA, the original regions of RLCS. Then OCE came in Season 3, SAM in Season 7. Since then, they've had a rivalry, and this is the latest chapter in that rivalry.
Yeah, KCP had a tough match yesterday that you casted against Gentle Mates, and gotta give them the benefit of the doubt in this one. And already an early offense. Can they get these on target though? Amphis is trying to lock down Brad, and here comes KCP knocking at the door. It's pretty wide though so far.
Yeah, both these teams did struggle against some strong French teams yesterday, but we don't even have time to talk about that. Fiver's opened the scoring. Maybe T-Base is onto something after all, because it's been Pioneers from the start of the game, and they do get the first goal.
I know Gibbs was talking about Amphis being like one of the best players on KCP. Fiber has to be one of my favorites, you know, personality-wise, when he was like shaking his head about some of the predictions, nodding his head about that. But he's so active, he's so productive, and look at that already trying to score early from the top row. Was Amphis with the back pass is super lucky, and this is consistent pressure from KCP.
I'm pretty sure that Fiber has essentially peer pressure T-Bates to pick him, especially after yesterday. T-Bates picked against the Pioneers when they played Gentlemen, so this is a good chance for Team Secret going the other way. Nice cover on the mid by Amphis. Yeah, they're sitting right next to each other, actually. Fiber was sitting within earshot of T-Bates picking against him. He just booed the desk picking against him. And now today, T-Bates has announced Fiber as the player to watch, and Fiber is nodding his head. So, I mean, it's quite an interesting dynamic. They can hear the desk predicting either for or against them today.
Well, I'm sure that'll hype them up, but Team Secret just seemed like the more mechanically sound team, especially when just how close they played Vitality yesterday, how winnable that series really did seem, bringing them to OT. So kind of surprising they could bring Vitality to that edge.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see which side of the coin it is. Is it Vitality struggling? Is it Team Secret showing up in their top form? I mean, they did have a lot more success against the French team of Vitality yesterday than Pioneers did against Gentlemen. So really frustrated them, didn't give them anything. But already in this series, they've got something to be happy about, and this is another chance actually. Fiber, you know, leave that one for Amphis over his head. Team Secret, a team known for their defense coming out of South America, no more so than when they did finish top 4 in Rotterdam, and it's a counter-attack, just as they are expecting to do all day. That's what gets them a goal. Super lucky missed the boost, that's tough.
Just waiting forever. It's like a bus. Just was not arriving, and he needed that and didn't realize the train was on its way, and they're screaming before the goal even happened. It's like they're putting the fear into their eyes. You better not even try to save that. 1-1 game so far. Look, a lot of demos coming out of KCP to get these Team Secret players out of the way. Now Super Lucky just the delayed challenge, getting away with the flick, trying to get above Mata. Good defense, but a bit awkward in the net. Mata has tried to get this away.
Yeah, that was a briefly dangerous moment for Team Secret in the back corner, but bodies in the way of the ball, so I'm sure they weren't too worried. That's a great position for Super Lucky. He's hit the post. There's still a follow-up, but blocked by Brad. That was another good chance for the Pioneers.
A couple of good saves out of Brad. He's such a really active player off the ball. His responsibilities being about boost. No, baby, trying to connect with Mata in that moment. Now KV1 can pick this up. Super Lucky and Fiber just colliding into him, stealing possession away, and it's barely a clear at all. Brad will hold down the midfield, leave this to Mata. Backboard may be open. Amphis will deny and doesn't have to boost it. He'll try to play the mind games against KV1. KCP need to work on space.
It's a pretty even match so far. Both teams getting a look at the other goal fairly often. No team dominating the midfield, and I wouldn't really expect a team to dominate the midfield this early. Oh, there's a chance and a goal for Pioneers, and a loud response from them as they retake the lead. Fiber goes past Mota. And Mota actually deflected the ball middle to Super Lucky there. That was not the clear that he wanted. Bit of hesitation by Secret as they look to challenge the center ball.
Yeah, Team Secret's back's against the wall quite literally. And KCP will take the lead. We'll see what Mata can do. Now a follow-up dodge and directs it into the net. What response!
What a response indeed. No time wasted here. Mata towards the back corner. They've successfully lost the kickoff in that direction. And a ceiling double drops past Super Lucky. You couldn't get back to the goal in time. Well, Team Secret have responded twice. Yet to have a lead in this game. But they've got the momentum now.
Yeah, Super Lucky has to lock in, super lock in even, because there's been a couple of attempts at diving saves that have not worked out that have resulted in now 2 goals on the other side, and now it's a scramble in that midfield. Low boost though for Super Lucky. Mata trying to challenge off the ceiling. It does work out. Mata is that in-your-face player, very physical. He's always going to try to challenge the ball and try to force someone else to make a decision. Now Amphis with almost a full tank does get pushed away by Brad, and Super Lucky gets a shot. And that's revenge.
Well, we continue swinging back and forth with the pendulum of game 1. This time, it's going to be Super Lucky with a pass to himself. Off the back corner, Amphis will get the assist. And it's Pioneers ahead by 1 again. I love the reactions for these guys. I expect this to be a loud series. If it goes the duration to 5, these guys might lose their voices.
Yeah. Especially if it's not as many saves on both sides. You gotta stop the progression, the momentum before it gets to the back of your net. Now KB1 delaying this. Amphis good 50, gets to Super Lucky playing tight. And Mata bumps him off the ball, giving possession to Brad, who gets demoed. Now Fiber and Super Lucky trying to pass, but it was right to KB1, and it just rolls through traffic.
Yeah, I think Mata tripped up Amphis off screen here. He's going to pan into the frame about now. There he is, bottom right. Yep, he got bumped into the net right as the shot was coming. Amphis would have had a save there, no doubt, but once again, Team Secret have tied the game.
This is only game 1, and we got 6 goals. I can't believe it. Now Mata on Fiber's tail, in his shadow. No boost spawning, so he'll have to retreat, giving a chance for KCP to breathe some fresh air, but I think it's nice, but what about the ball? Now trying to 50 it, and it's going back to the orange hat. Mata with a shot. Amphis has the backflip for it. And Mata's going to get this to KV1 and manages to steal that corner boost. Backward protected though by Amphis. Is this going to drop to Team Secret? This is dangerous as Brad tries to drop this to KV1. There's a lot of threat generating. Team Secret trying to punch her through this defense. 8 seconds left.
Looked like Super Lucky was caught mid-flip there, just accidentally hitting the ball back. It has ended up in a safe location for Pioneers as they break free. Will they be able to retake the lead in regulation? They've already had 3 goal leads in this game. It looks like we might be headed to overtime here. Team Secret have got bodies behind the ball, actually looking to set up a counter-attack here. Nothing that Amphis can't handle, I'm sure. But they're opting to keep the ball on. Both teams pushing for the goal in regulation. We are going to go to OT, though, as Pioneers drop it to the ground.
OT game 1, very important one. A very important series in an 0-1 situation. You don't want to deal the pressure with being 0-2 as Mata with the dribble to Brad, almost connecting mid-air. Defense very reactive from the KCP side. But now they're collecting boosts. Old Hanks going forward. Brad pushed into a locker. This comes out almost to Fiber. KV1 heads up play, keeping it to the side. Now this just rolls. Amphis will get a handout.
Yeah, another demo in the back line there. Luckily for Pioneers, they had a double layered back line, so no goal after the demo landed. Full rotation established. KV1 now looking at the dribble pass 2. Got a 50-50, but Amphis comes away with the ball. It's been an absolute midfield battle as now the ball ricochets off the post. It was a save from Team Secret. Huge chances already for both teams in overtime.
And salvaged when Brad didn't get the touch he wanted off the backboard, and this just dropped in front of their net. Now going for revenge. Brad does put the press onto KCP. Ball in the air, Fiber first, but forced to use also a lot of boost, forcing KCP to take a second. Even with playing their first man deep, KCP are trying to maybe go for a longer pass option. No, Fiber on his wings. Super Lucky also trying to avoid Brad in that case. But now gifting the ball to Team Secret isn't a good plan. KCP trying to see what they're up to.
Pioneers really, I feel like they're the team who need this more. Their mental has been questionable at times on land this season, notably when they did struggle in Copenhagen and even online more recently in Split 2 and OCE. If they can get ahead in the series, they are really going to be in this against the favorite Team Secret, massively favorite Team Secret, according to the online community. Team Secret have got that comeback potential. I think it's the Pioneers who need this game won in overtime if they're going to have a chance to win this series.
It's going to be about punishing like a weaker defense, but who can get that solid drive going with the first man, with good control, a second man, close enough as an optional pass. As Brad, the reset to Mata, avoiding Amphis. Fiber up high, using all of his boosts. Super Lucky will collect to the corner. Now facing KB1, he'll get past almost two members of Team Secret. Super Lucky will be slowed down. And KCP still putting on the press, and this gets almost over KB1's head.
What?
And now crossing in front of the nets. And now there's team bumping. KCP said, I want to be the one who scores OT.
I don't know how Amphis managed to get that ball into the middle, but he did do it, and no one was ready for him. It was a slow second ball, but multiple touches. Now this is a great chance for Pioneers. Passing play and a follow-up shot. Amphis denied by KV1. That was the best chance of the game for Pioneers, and they failed to take it.
Almost 3 minutes into overtime. Very low boost on KB1's side and not a lot of assistance. And team bumping now twice in a row for KCP. But with these demos, you force Team Secret to reset, to rethink, and giving a chance for KCP to do the same thing. And now that you have players full boost, it's just Brad's 50 that kills that momentum, if there were any at all.
Yeah, Pioneers did a good job there. Contact closed. Calmly takes the ball away from them. They're just testing each other here. This game really does feel like a heat check. Are you really locked in? Are you really wide awake in the early afternoon here in Texas? A lot of these guys have flown a long distance to be here. This is going to test their focus as we go deep into overtime. Smart play there by Pioneers, just letting the ball go back. They're not too worried about these touches, even though it's close to their goal. As long as they're able to respond to every touch that Team Secret makes. Great continuation there by Super Lucky as well. As Pioneers look for the counter, it's going to trickle wide.
KCP seem more united on their offenses, but seem more prone to making silly mistakes on defense. And this is just the pressure that OT can give you. But to help KB1 on that front line, he's one of the most impressive players on Team Secret, but who can really enable him to succeed? Can we see that KV1 peak in Game 1 or at Worlds? I think it's yet to be seen. And you see the KCP going for demos, wasn't able to steal the boost, but now they have tanks and Fiber. Oh, you hear it?
Fiber's jumping around like he just won the World Championship. What a fast flip reset. Double into the middle. And the follow-up by Amphis was instantaneous. What a win by the Pioneers. I mean, a pop-off from Amphis. Truly unreal. That's going to be in a highlight reel tomorrow.
Just, oh, there's booing.
I do hear booing back. I don't know who's booing, but I don't think it's related to the game.
Okay, that
Unless Furia are booing this result, their Brazilian friends.
I just hear sounds, and it sounds related, but...
I told you, this is a rivalry. OCE, SAM, these two regions do not like losing against each other. They're kind of... They're always underdogs against the EU, NA regions, but they consider themselves favorites when it comes to OCE versus SAM, and it's OCE who strike first here.
Just really good vibes, and when you're able to score like that and just be really, look at that. I almost took my ears out right there. Just the hype that can really build confidence, because Rocket League can be a really confidence-based game. What a goal.
Man, look at the reaction.
He's getting red.
Oh, I just love that from Fiber. He's one of my favorite players I've met in the open era. He's just such a great personality. To see him find success here on LAN, truly wonderful to see. But that's not enough. I mean, they look like they just won the series based on that reaction. That was just game one. They need to get 2 more, but they can do it. That's going to be a massive confidence booster for a team who have been struggling mentally at times this season. Not right now. They're up 1 against Team Secret.
That was the longest it felt like that was most of the series gone. That was just game 1. KCP up first. Brad really stretching the limits of KCP's defense. KV1 with the bump on Fiber. Mata with a shot, but 2 in net. How can you peel KCP out of this position? How do you draw them out to find those gaps a bit easier if you're Team Secret? Oh, that almost bounced it.
Yeah, nearly is the crossbar to the rescue for Team Secret. Pioneers now look to build. I mean, they took the lead 4 times in game 1. They saw that lead evaporate 3 times. Now, will it be a continuation of that scoring order? Yes, it will. Wow. As it's Team Secret who get the next goal. They just continue to go back and forth game to game.
And yet, the moment that they scored too, Fiber was caught still going down, and KV1 slotted high enough to get above his head, and it's Team Secret up first. But they still got to come back in this series, and it's a double cheat up off kickoff for KCP. Time for them to get boost.
Oh, Motta's been dunked on pretty hard there. Tough for Brad. He does get it wide into the corner. I do want to see, I'm still waiting for the Motta pop-off. I mean, last season, he had some unbelievable goals, particularly in Boston, but we haven't really seen too many highlight plays from him individually this season, at least not compared to the previous one. He's got that potential in him, but you know, they're going to need him to show it if they're going to make a run in this tournament, if they're going to come back against a tough Pioneers today. Good shot, Brad. Going to be denied though. Pioneers had plenty bodies on the goal line, but another shot's coming through off the post, off the inside of the post actually. Back to Brad. He's got all the options in the world. Open backboard, sends it high, and the follow-up is in from Motta.
You said bodies in the net. They don't feel very warm, though, for KCP. Like, they had the initial save, and I didn't see a lot of movement. They were still trying to get organized on how do they spread out and how do they get on the ball.
Oh, you know, it's a really instructive play there. If the other team has 2 goalkeepers, the backboard is a much harder read for the goalkeeper than it is for your teammate who's going to jump over your head. You know, a lot of players in that position, if you're playing a ranked game online, are going to take a shot. They're thinking, hey, I can hit the top corner, and then you don't, and it's an easy save for the other team.
Team Secret good at finding those rebounds. Amphiss good to maybe connect this to Super Lucky and back up to Amphiss, but a little too close for comfort. A difficult angle for KCP to cut as they still try to cut that lead in half. Now, KV1 knew he didn't have enough boost and Amphiss had him beat. But as soon as KCP approached, it's like Team Secret are out-reading them. They can just wait and see. Now KV1 at the helm with the delay against Fiber. It's a chess match, and now he just shoves Super Lucky to the side. Motta can now step forward against Amphiss, but he doesn't work out.
It looks like a Team Secret control game here. Last game, it was much more back and forth. Teams trading possessions, trading territory, but it's been played almost in entirety in the Pioneers' end. They're finally going to break out now. Not a bad shot, but not going to go through KV1. Half the game gone. Still plenty of time for Pioneers, but their offensive production has definitely declined.
Yeah, KCP getting in their heads. Maybe, hopefully not too tired after the, what was it, 4-minute OT, but I'm seeing a lot of lack of boost of the first player on the ball for KCP. Like, even Amphiss is running on fumes and can't get the Super Lucky, who had a lot more to be done. And now they're just trying to stop Secret, but as it pops up, it's in dangerous territory. Motta tries to tip it in, still forcing Fiber to make backflips. Motta barely wanted to make contact with Amphiss there, and Team Secret, no, there's a weakness there, and Brian almost getting out of the way.
Yeah, Pioneers just need some kind of 50-50 here to get rid of the ball. They're trying to create it, actually, but Team Secret are not giving it to them. You know, Team Secret are playing this very intelligently. They're not just bum rushing the ball when Pioneers are sitting behind it. They're just letting Pioneers make pointless touches, letting them soft clear the ball, conceding possession over and over again. When you've got that 2-goal lead, very comfortable to play like this from Team Secret's POV.
Oh, Super Lucky almost out goal, but hey, it's out. Still 2-0, less than 90 seconds. Not a very productive offense so far for KCP, and they went for so many demos last game, but they seem so predictable in game 2. These low shots are going to be easily saved by Team Secret. And a lot more shots, a lot more opportunities from Team Secret.
A skim there from the midfield goes wide, but that had some pace on it. 1 minute to go now. If Pioneers were just trying to avoid allowing this lead to build beyond recoverability, then I think the time is gone to play with that style. They've got to start taking risks now. They need to start throwing players forward. I want to see somebody wide at the back post here, but they're all bunched up in the same side of the pitch. There's no wide option. If the ball does go across the box, no one's going to be able to reach it. It's just an easy position again. Team Secret to defend. Oh my goodness, Motta chain dashing and getting back to the ball. They've just upped the pace in this game and had a different level of control that Pioneers could not match.
KCP feel like they have a better tempo now that they have boost. There's a demo in the net. Fiber to his teammates, but the defender making himself big and wide in front of the net to deny any chance for a KCP comeback, and time is running out. The play has to happen now for KCP if they hope to match blow for blow. But Team Secret have held them at a standstill. Now KV1 can just go and show off, and that'll be a tie series here in a second.
Yeah, that's game, and that's going to be a 1-1 series score. No sweep between OC2 and Sam2. Pioneers even trying to go for a bit of an own goal there, but they weren't all on the same page. Team save coming through there. A comfortable game there for Team Secret. A bit of a surprisingly comfortable game after the back and forth in game 1.
Looking at the shot, 13 shots to 4.
Yeah.
I felt that vibe for sure. Double digits. Team Secret dominated game 2. They found a tempo, a rhythm that KCP couldn't match. KCP felt scared defensively when they couldn't find the immediate rebound. They're trying to play one step ahead of Team Secret, but ended up being behind.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Team Secret just control the game after the 2-0 lead was established. Lovely backboard pass there. Mott it up immediately. Like you said, when it happened, it's a really smart play to try at home. Just boom the ball to the backboard, let your teammate fly overhead. They can get up before you can. They're going to have a much easier read than the defender. And even at pro level, that still works. Bit of a mistake maybe by Pioneers doubling up in one area. You know, if you've already got a player defending the net, then double stacking there doesn't really make sense. You might as well cover something else, whether that's challenging the ball or going to the backboard. But they didn't do that there. The Pioneers' defensive synergy may be lacking. They'll have to step it up in game 3.
Both goals for Team Secret having an assist, telling me that their passes have been a lot more successful. It's a lot tighter, a lot safer, and it's been harder for KCP to intercept, whether it's maybe they can't play at the same pace as Team Secret, but on KCP's side, the passes are just not all there. They're being intercepted by Team Secret. KCP gotta play closer, play safer, and closer to the ball too, if not just against each other. This is a new game.
This is a chance for them with the clean slate. The beauty about Rocket League, we're not just going to continue with the same goal differential, just amounting to something that can't be recovered. Team Secret are right back to where they were for the vast majority of game 2. Is the offensive half of the ball. A team who, like we mentioned previously, were known for their defense, getting a top 4 in Rotterdam with some stellar defensive displays against some of the world's best teams. They've not been able to recapture that same success since then, but their playstyle still does work on occasion on land. OG in London recently, given Vitality a good run for their money yesterday, and they're definitely taking Pioneers into deep water right now.
So charitable of Team Secret to just let that go by and still make this a close game. Brad's going in for round 2. Fiber slams that down. How can KCP safely transition? Now this is a good chance. Fiber off the wall though. Can't get this to Amphis. Mata quick to react. And that's what was so good about Team Secret's defense. Why? They shut out KCP and this cross is over.
That's a great try with the ground pinch by Amphis. Came out of nowhere, but it did go wide. Early interceptions and a lot of passing plays that Pioneers are attempting. Now they're in a 1v2 in defense. Fiber jumps over the bump, makes the save, and no follow-up from Team Secret. KV1 with a pointless reset.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a fake. You had one at the backboard and one in the net, and Team Secret going for more quality than quantity opportunities, I want to say. Super Lucky just slotted to the right and doesn't get through quite yet.
It looks like he was trying to fly ahead of the ball and bump the goalkeeper. Both teams, I should say, trying to get that aggressive play going. Wait a minute. Well, Amphis has scored here. Pioneers do get the lead. But was this an own goal? Or am I just blind? I might just be blind. Yeah, I'm just blind. It was Amphis. What a read. I didn't think he could get up there with the boost that he had, but yeah, he's just able to do that. And it's continuing to be just a back and forth pendulum swinging series. Not quite as much of a reaction on that one though. I think game 2's calmed down the Pioneers a little bit.
And it's if KCP can find the right pace where Team Secret panic a bit on defense and don't make the perfect read just like that in the moment for Mata on the backboard. And it's KCP up first. Now Mata stealing boost and getting a demo, but doesn't have a second man close enough. Brad and KV1 were in the midfield, maybe trying to draw out those defenders. It's still making them shake. Mata doesn't even make connection on the 50. KV1 either. Brad's a third man back, and Super Lucky has to keep up with this and at least steals boost and puts KCP in a position to try and get Team Secret back.
Well, I think we're seeing here that Pioneers are very happy playing with a lead, very happy playing on a tie game. And Team Secret are likewise very happy playing with a lead. Neither team has looked anywhere near as good when they're trailing. Team Secret have had more success equalizing and coming back, but when they get into those tie game situations, their style doesn't seem to be as effective as when they're just sitting on that 2-goal lead they had in game 2, where they just had everything that they wanted, no risks needed. Now it's Pioneers who have regained. They've just brushed aside that Game 2 loss. Ampus, the one who played brilliantly to get the rebound over the top of a defender to open the scoring. Now they're looking to add to it. And it is going to be Fiber! Oh my goodness!
Why did he have so much time and freedom off the ball? He's off the ceiling too. Look at him go! He had
What a
time to
recovery.
come back from that.
I mean, we knew he was up there, but he came just flying back into the screen like a peregrine falcon. 2-0 Fiber once again with the huge play.
Really thought Team Secret's defense was good enough to mitigate these KCP threats, but that was just too much time given to KCP to get these follow-up touches. Team Secret are now suffering from those timings, and that's all fixed up, all thanks to Brad.
Oh my goodness, what a pass by KV1. I mean, Super Lucky won't be too upset about his knock to the corner, but KV1 reads the corner bounce, pings it back into the middle, and Brad was on that. 2-1, it's once again Secret looking to get the comeback.
2-1 with less than 90 seconds. And it's a scramble off kickoff. Brad has to take it high. Super Lucky's hoping to match that. Ampus in his shadow is still fighting through all these bodies. Super Lucky not with the greatest touch as KV1 wants Brad to make something happen with this, but with no boost. You're barely making these touches, but you're making KCP really sweat for this. You're so close to the equalizer. There's a response though. Brad goes back in time.
Yeah, important save there by Brad with very little boost in his goal. Maybe one that was hiding inside that near post, a position that's harder to demo from the opponent's POV. Final 50 seconds. Pioneers, such great reactions when they score, but now they're just trying to up their composure, stay focused, not get too excited, not, celebrate this one too early. Miss on the corner double. KV bangs it down the middle. That's going to be easy for Super Lucky though to collect, and great 50-50 into the back corner, and another one. That's a 2-for-1 for Super Lucky as he secured the boost as well.
Fiber versus KV1. Pretty matched up in the corner. Fiber doesn't get the corner boost spawn he was hoping for. Now Team Secret, this is the play they gotta make work with Brad in a low 50 situation. Mata gets a hand up. Brad is more focused on boost than the pass he were to receive, and that kills a lot of momentum for Team Secret. They gotta turn this around. How do you transition quick from the midfield? Here comes Team Secret. Here comes Brad. Drop on the 0-second goal!
Brad with the air dribble bump pass. Mota slots the finish past two goalkeepers. Pioneers did not send enough players for that ball. They should have double committed on the overhead. It's so much harder to bump if they do. But Team Secret tie the game. Into overtime we go.
Another OT. Better not be like game one. That lasted forever, but Super Lucky did it! Well, thanks for not making that last too long. Everyone's on their feet. KCP, game 3 OT.
And again, it's Fiber with the flip reset. When they've needed him to produce the goods, he's done it 2 times. Flip reset, double to pass the ball in game 1. Now the solo play in game 3. Pioneers, double match point. And Team Secret, they need another response. They've had so many comebacks. They need another one if they're going to survive this series.
It's been punch for punch, and I like that the vibes never stop, no matter what game we just saw. Not this OT, but the one before that. And this series could very well go the distance. 2 OTs, one that lasted, what, like 4 minutes? This one lasting in the blink of an eye. What a fun game this is.
It was just a clinical performance from Pioneers. They were outshot, but when they got the chances, they took them. I mean, what a goal by Fiber. Ampus did well with the opening goal also. It's all about the solo plays in game 3. And Team Secret, I mean, so many plays from this game. What a pass by Brad. Such a good decision. I love the shot selection there. When you need a goal, no time remaining, to go to the air double bump pass is one of the best all-in moves to go for. Not that it mattered. Yet another Fiber reaction that looks like a tournament win.
Now they got the blood flowing for sure. And after KCP just couldn't find that right tempo in the previous game, they put Super Lucky more at the front, just really try to push that offensive third and lead with more confidence. I felt like there was a lot of fear in KCP in the previous game, and they broke that down to now take the lead in the series. Match point. It's Fiber, Super Lucky with the pass. KV1! Oh, couldn't keep up.
I mean, it was all the way from the kickoff. One pass out wide, Fiber Mid pass off the wall, and no beating Super Lucky to that ball. 8 seconds in, Pioneers are producing one of the best performances they've seen all season. A team who struggled online in split 3. They took seed 3 behind Chiefs and Power. Regionally, didn't even play in London. Now, at the World Championship, they're showing why they really are the 2 seed from OCE, maybe even wanting to be the 1 seed by the time all is said and done.
And you don't have to be the most mechanical team to win games against teams that are maybe more mechanical. It's just about the passing plays, and KB1 finally makes an appearance.
Yeah, Mota just chipping it out. Brad leaves it. They've got options either side of the box, making it very easy for Mota to pick out a pass there. Immediate response again. I mean, I feel like I've said it 100 times today. Team Secret, they do know how to just regain and get goals when the other team puts them in a tough position. The Pioneers still in a phenomenal spot. If you asked them this morning, hey, do you want to be 1-1 in game 4 after leading 2-1 in the series? They'd take it. They'd say, hey, that sounds good to me. You know, we're not under any illusion of where we're at in this tournament. Team Secret are the favorites here. We want to upset them, and they're in a position to do so.
Super Lucky manages to also take some boost, but KB1's the one with the ball and not doing much with it. Didn't even have a supporting cast, and KB1 had no boost, but hey, it's space that Team Secret can still try to work back. KB1 with a pop-up to avoid Super Lucky. Now KB1 has time on the ball. Mata in the box, or at least in front of it, forcing a lot of commits from KCP. Brad with the double! Oh my god!
Oh, what a goal by Brad. I mean, there was a defender there, but Brad just went right through him. Double tap and a dunk as well. I mean, Fiber was boost-starved, so he couldn't get the best touch on the ball, but he went the wrong way with it, back into the middle with his touch instead of towards the corner. Maybe just didn't get the read on the backboard bounce.
This is the KCP defense, just a bit slow to the punch, and Team Secret seem to have found that weakness, putting a lot of salt in that wound. But it's Amphis beating Brad to the punch, to Fiber, to the side. KCP, can they really build that pressure to force those same mistakes from Team Secret's side? Now Amphis is gone. KCP's defense in trouble with just 2 up, but now relying on the respawns to maybe stop Mata in this situation. And it gets to the side.
Yeah, they were just steering Mota, just shepherding him into the back corner there as his air dribble looked to be going in a harmless direction. Still plenty time to go in this game. Teams have been converting leads pretty consistently this series, though. This would be the first time some teams come back from behind and actually won it. Team Secret testing the waters from one side of the box to the other. Pioneers have to show more defensive synergy than they did in game 2 if they're going to escape the stranglehold they're currently in.
KCP are running on solo boost that they have to be really careful on how they reach up to this ball. Team Secret, as a result, gets so much time in the air to keep racking up shots, and eventually this can go through. This KV1 making KCP sweat in that moment. Now here's a response. Running into Brad. Fiber assessing, leaving it to Amphis against KV1. Dodges it. This could land, no, not in front of the net, but back to KCP's hands, who are just making Secret run around like their heads are cut off.
Yeah, down to 2 minutes now. Fiber passing down to Amphis, but into the middle. Super Lucky's there. Top shelf denied by a Team Secret goalkeeper. There's been solo plays in game 3 for Pioneers, now passing plays in game 4 that have looked like they're generating the most successful chances. Unfortunately for them, Team Secret have had equally effective, if not better, passing plays at the other end.
This is...
Oh my.
Oh, Amphis! Lucky too, and that doesn't matter! Tie game!
On a bit of a facepalm there from KB1. He gave that ball away, just lost control of the back corner. Amphis immediately pounced on it, punished him by putting it back into the danger area. And once again, Pioneers have got that player at the far post side, immediately pouncing on the shot. Tie game. Pioneers 1 goal away from winning and moving to the 1-1 round.
That's what KCP needed. They just lacked a bit of energy. Kind of reminiscent of how KCP played in game 2. Now looking a lot more active. Look at Mata too, picking up speed. Fiber's back though, and Amphis drops us in a dangerous spot and actually forces it right back to Team Secret. KB1 knows that. Triple man coverage. Brad! Slots it right where everybody was!
What a save, follow-up save there by Pioneers. I mean, they've all committed to that ball thinking nobody else could save it. Combined forces kept it out. Team Secret Again with the air double bump pass. This time Amphis makes himself as big as possible in the way of the ball. Dodge the bump critically to stop that Team Secret attack.
You gotta be careful with these touches defensively. Sometimes it ends up back in Team Secret's hands. You do not want that, as Super Lucky now just concedes this to KB1. An awkward touch, backflip from Amphis. Barely any boost from 2 players on KCP, and they need that mental and physical reset, giving now Team Secret a chance to lurk around. Now, the midfield broken through, but with no ball possession, KCP can't do anything about this. 1v1 with Brad and Fiber.
Whoa.
And KB1 has to adjust and go for the safer position towards net. And Super Lucky trying to set up Amphis. A lot of bounces. Can we get some shots on target? Almost moving. The body's out of the way.
Well, selfless play by Pioneers. They're always looking for the pass there, but no shot at the end of the sequence. And it might be Team Secret with the final chance in regulation. They've already scored 1 goal in 0 seconds. Can they do it again?
Amphis. Super Lucky OT again, a 3rd one. Will it be the Pioneers getting away with the series? Okay, Amphis just gets demoed. He doesn't get to play right now. Team Secret have an offense that builds up and feels like an avalanche. Takes a while for the Pioneers to get that same momentum, to get the wind in their sails, but they can get mistakes going. I'm hoping for the pump on Brad, but he gets into his shelter.
Oh, where was the follow-up? It looked like that was a guaranteed chance on net, but nobody committed to it. And now, Team Secret have got an opportunity. It's Brad. He can't get it past Amphis. The shot was too slow.
Just now launching this. Actually gets stopped in the midfield, and KB1 would have liked to launch that. We're probably too high on the ball anyway, and Super Lucky will get a hand up. He needs a good follow-up touch. He's going to assess the field first. What are his options? And Fiber needs to get a quicker touch, and Team Secret just ran at him. Thinking KCP's defense is weaker than it is. 1 minute into OT, Brad in a 1v2. Easy 50 for Amphis.
It's looking like Team Secret are just trying to establish that same offensive pressure, the consistent pressure that's yielded them such great results in the series. And again, the air dribble bump pass attempted. Pioneers have responded well to it in this 4th game whenever it's been tried by Team Secret. As for breaking out of defense, it's looking to be quite difficult for Pioneers. They've done so here, but look how much space Team Secret have got. Immediate jump here, pre-jump by Amphis, matching the ball sight on the way, but it's another bump to take him out, and Mota, once again, on the end of it to score.
And Champions Field to settle the score between South America and OCE. Physical play favoring Team Secret, that aggression that finally boiled over into KCP's half. What a series.
Hey,
so fun.
First game 5 of the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And it is an absolute banger. There have been highlight reel plays on both sides. Team Secret sticking to the game plan. They've identified a weakness perhaps in the Pioneers' defense. The air double bump pass has been effective on multiple occasions for the Brazilian team, and it was the tie goal in the winning goal in game 4 from that exact same play. Pioneers have got to send 2. You've got to send 1 player up in the air just to get bumped, and then another player up in the air to actually hit the ball. They're not doing so. Team Secret committing 2 players to the play against just 1, getting results every single time, it would seem. They're either scoring or putting Pioneers in a tough position. Look how quick Moff is up to that. He knows it's coming. Great comms. Team Secret send it to 5.
Was that 17 shots though from Team Secret versus 7, and it went to OT and they only won by 1, like obviously because OT, but the fact that there was that many shots from Team Secret tells me again quality is important, passing is important. Solo plays, yeah, there are definitely mechanical players that can get away with that, but I don't want to just see just non-stop aggression. I want it to have a plan, I want it to have purpose, and I think those 17 shots could net a lot more goals if that happened.
Well, you know, though, I think Pioneers did miss an opportunity in that OT. Right at the start of it, Amphis centered the ball. He was making it awkward for the goalie to gain access to the ball by sticking around in a bump position. Save by Brad top bins. Shot denied early in game 5. You know, Pioneers have got to trust each other with those passing plays. You've got to trust when the ball's coming across that it's going to get to its destination. Like you said, they've not had as many chances as Team Secret have. You've got to be clinical when they come.
And this is the best look we've seen from KCP, especially after their Genomates match. Like, we didn't get a a true sense of where their peak was, and now in Champions Field, it's all here and now. As Mata with a launch from one side to the other, KV1 gets the demo and wanted to make contact with Fiber too, but Fiber dodges, gets a hand up, defense alive and well for KCP.
Yeah, both teams tentative at the start of game 5, but now a massive chance for Brad. He's going for the backboard. Tough read for Fiber. Can't get it. It's a pass middle, and it's KV1 with a slot. This is the exact same play that won the game for Pioneers in game 1. The double into the mid. Selfless play by Secret, and it's a 1-goal lead.
I guess Fiber was more threatened by the potential double. Didn't know it was a pass, and I like that variety from Team Secret. We talked about quality, and that's what that is. And how they unite on the front is Mata almost wanted, it looked like a musty at the start, the way he was flipping and then went for the demo, and KV1's pushing people around. A lot more physicality from Team Secret.
Well, will it be another heartbreak for OCE? Team Secret were able to take down Chiefs in 5 in London. They're looking to beat that against the OCE 2 seed in the World Championship. Pioneers have had their moments. They've had many moments. And highlight reel plays I'm sure they're going to be proud of when they look back on them. But it does sting when you've got all of these plays, all these good plays, highlight reel plays, in a series you lost. They need to try and fight, dig deep here. And when the chance comes, be sure to take it.
Okay, there's a demo on the defense of Secret, but KCP are not keeping the ball close to their chests, and they're still having to challenge and fight for it. And it's a 51 by Team Secret that could have set them up for a potential goal, a second one, but losing that and feeling like giving up unnecessary space to KCP when I think Team Secret could be more aggressive, especially how wobbly KCP look on defense at times. Here's Super Lucky, Ampus having to 180 around.
Brad again looking for the double. It was KV1 who cut rotation there to intercept the ball. Mata also backboard wide open, but a half flip save by Ampus keeps it a 1-goal game.
Now KCP have to clear and make the most out of this. Team Secret committed. But look, the KCP clear, and it's Team Secret beating them to the punch. It's how KCP can get a good counterattack at the moment, 2v1, and it's a very soft shot that Ampus can make the save for. Now, Super Lucky using a lot of boost just to kind of match up KV1, giving a chance for Fiber, spotted high in the rebound to KCP!
They were there for it this time. They read the miss. As the ball came across in game 4, no one is there. This time it's Super Lucky. You'd expect Brad to have a touch there, but you never know. You might as well be there, because if he does miss, you are getting the freest goal you've had all day, and Pioneers do take it.
I don't think there's been too serious of a lead. I think 2 goals is the most we've seen. Such an even matchup, and one that means a lot. Now Fiber and Ampus, Brad trying to cut it down, look for the pass, look for the shot, and he still makes the right decision. But the ball is still in the hands of KCP, but just barely. As Monica get a good touch off the bounce, but Fiber wasn't quick enough to react and gets a chance for Team Secret to make some space.
Tensions rise in game 5 as Pioneers make the comeback this time. Mata, slow play at the near post. Ampus just had to play the ball there. He did well, but KV1 has so much boost. Not really a lot available for Pioneers. Fiber running dry, Super Lucky likewise. Ampus, the only player with 100, and it's the boost starving that causes the problems. Right as we're talking about it, we see them fail to scramble back and make the save.
They both players on KCP wanted that corner boost. As they're arguing about it, someone forgot about the nets. A little too focused on anything but the defense. Team Secret get a lead in less than 90 seconds. KCP have always been quick, though, to equalize.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep your composure in those good situations. I mean, you just want to have a comfortable amount of boost, and 25 boost, 20 boost just doesn't feel comfortable. You need to be disciplined and just tell yourself it's fine. 20 is plenty in those situations. Even if you have to make saves, you can jump up to the crossbar with something like 10 and save anything if you need to. And now with just a minute left on the clock, Team Secret in the driver's seat with ball control, just frustrating Pioneers playing keep away.
As soon as KCP have boost, they don't have the ball and they're so far away from it, so they gotta talk about who's gonna be the first to attack this. I think Fiber is that reliable guy usually, and that bounce off the ceiling, not ideal for KV1 or Team Secret, but KCP again, too slow to react and make the most out of these windows of opportunity that are so short. KB1 to the backboard, double Amphis. Good, and it goes to Super Lucky. Safe play by KCP.
Yeah, they're kind of panicking though. They're giving the possession away. Team Secret so good at holding on to these leads late in the game. It's a miss and a free ball for KV1, and that could be it. They're on their feet. They're yelling in the direction of the Pioneers, who have tried to push up and get a chance with the seconds running down, but they've overstepped the mark, and it's a 2-goal difference. They're gonna need a kickoff strat and a goal immediately if they're gonna have a chance here.
Yeah, Amphis needed to make contact. He missed the challenge, and then the third man was in the midfield, and the ball sailed across his head. KCP, which is a horrible defensive mistake, costing them the game 5 to put them into an 0-2 spot. Team Secret adding insult to injury.
For the second event in a row in London and now at the World Championship in Dallas, it's Team Secret taking down OCE's second seed in 5 games, continuing to edge out OCE in the rivalry. But they had to really fight for this one. This was a close series, and Pioneers had many, many moments that they're going to look back on fondly. I think that we could be seeing some of their plays in highlight reels tomorrow, depending on the level of play that we see later on today. But what a series. And even after all of the tension, all of the ferocity that was displayed on the pitch and during the match, it's all handshakes and GGs afterwards by the two teams who have great respect for each other. And after a match like that, it's great to see.
You saw a lot of fluctuations from the KCP side, but it still meant that with the lows come those highs, and you saw the peaks of how much better KCP played today compared to yesterday. Obviously, it's Cellmates. That's a very tough matchup, but Team Secret had less high and low fluctuations, but still needing to reach a peak. We know Team Secret are capable of so much more.
Yeah, they do. I think, Team Secret, they can play up as well. They struggled here to dispose of a team they're supposed to beat, but they're going to be looking for upsets in the next round.
Yeah, going all the way to Champions Field, our first game 5 of the tournament, and a lot of excitement. I'm excited to hear from Leaf with an interview with the boys from South America. So hope you guys have all been enjoying the show. Let's go say hi to Leaf.
I also hope they've been enjoying the show because it's been a great show so far. Brad, congratulations on that very tight win.
Yeah, we started a bit shaky, but we figured out soon, so not so hard, but
Not so hard, he says. It wasn't the distance to the end there. It was really tight. Walk me through, I guess, the ups and downs through the technical aspects. What was the team trying to figure out to win this that kept it so close?
I think because they were playing really fast.
Right.
Like all Oceania players play really fast, so we started a bit slow, so took some time to take the play.
Sam was fast too.
Yeah, but they are pretty crazy playing.
Right, yeah, and I'm curious now your thoughts on the region as a whole, because back in London, I believe you guys beat the Chiefs in a Game 5 as well. That was also a close series. What do you think of the region? Do you feel like this is becoming a bit of a rivalry for at least you in the region?
Nah, I don't think so. To be honest, I think San 2,
Right.
it's above,
Yeah, well, I mean, you keep winning, so yeah.
So I don't think it's a rivalry.
Talking to the energy levels, you guys, because by the end of it, you guys were popping off, you were yelling and standing up. And you guys went over and shook hands, so it seems like there's no bad blood or anything. Is that something that you guys enjoy doing, that you need to do?
Yeah, it's just something we have, because like we are Brazilian, so we have that feeling, that emotion, that passion. So I love those guys, so not against them, just us.
Cool. Hey, now for going forward, you guys, how do you make sure to carry that momentum? How do you make sure you start the next series you play going fast?
I think just to be focused, just heard what Vixie has to say to us, and focus on the game.
It's harder than he says it is. So, anyways, you got the win. It was close. You gave us a good show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Brad King, and we have a lot more matches coming your way. You might see OG